When you're designing your rooms or bathrooms or living rooms, are you really confused about how to actually choose the colors? There's so many options, right? Whether you should choose neutral colors, whether you should use a lot of colors or no colors. It can get sometimes really confusing, right? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to be sharing with you two simple concepts that's really going to help you break down and understand how to actually choose your colors and actually understand which is your vibe for the entire space. So stay tuned till the end of the video, because I'm going to be sharing all my favorite secrets about it. Hi, I'm Tanvi Sikseria, the founder and CEO of Little Miss Designer, a luxury interior design firm. If you're here to find out about the tips, tricks and hacks and anything to do with interior design, then you're at the right place. Now, I'm sure when you went to school, of course, you studied all of the colors and you were like, oh wow, I know everything about it. But when you were actually selecting it for your room, you were so confused, right? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to be breaking it all down for you. The first thing I'm going to ask you a question is, what is your favorite color? Now, can you think of your colors straight off, or are you thinking of many colors? Because if you can't think of your favorite color, the quick hack for this is to actually see what you have a lot in your wardrobe. Do you have a lot of blacks? Do you have a lot of blues? What are the color shades which you wear a lot or which you're attracted to the most? If you don't know your favorite color, probably that's the answer to one of the most favorite colors that's in your life and you really enjoy. So now that you know your favorite color, let's try to understand that is it a very bold color or is it a very neutral color? Because when it comes to colors, it's usually divided into two color concepts. One is your neutral color combination and the second is your contrast color combination. Now let me explain to you the difference between both. Now, neutral color combinations are usually your very simple colors like your whites, your grays, your beiges and your pastels. Now, these colors are something that are a little subtler in style. They are not very vibrant, they are not very bold, they don't hit your face. So usually these colors can be used on a much more level. Like instead of using very little bit of it, you can actually use a lot of it without it actually hindering and hurting your eyes. So this color concept really helps with the monochrome color concept. Now the monochrome color concept is basically when you have one color or maximum two colors all across. You must be thinking, that's so boring, that's not going to look good. Well, don't worry, even if you're using just one or two colors, you can always use a couple of shades of that color. So for example, if you love a grey, you can use a dark grey with a mid grey with a light grey. So it still has a lot of character and design going through it, and at the same time you're not adding too many colors. So to bring it down to, when you're having neutral colors, you should not use too many pop colors or vibrant colors, as that is more to do with the contrasting color scheme. In the neutral color scheme, use whites, beiges, greys and pastels. In pastels, you have a variety of beautiful shades. And each one is better than the other, but maybe just remembering the favorite color that we spoke about earlier is going to help you understand which is that one color or maximum two colors that you're going to use for your room. And each one is better than the other, but maybe just remembering the favorite color that we spoke about. So if you ask me, if I had to design my room, I would definitely go for a nice beige neutral color for the entire room. I would use 4-5 shades of this beige and maybe mix it up with a little bit of an off-white tinge so that it goes really well with the beige, but throughout go for a beige look because it looks really nice. And just in case if you're someone who wants a little bit of pop color, you can add it through your accessories like maybe a planter or maybe some loose cushions, which in case you get bored you can easily change it. Ideally, when you're going for a monochrome color style, ensure that the darker portion is on your flooring because that's what you're going to see the least, and at the same time it can get really dirty. Whereas the walls which you walk around, that should be the lightest. And the furniture which you see, depending on the height and the style, you can make a mix of light and dark. And the false ceiling can again be something a little lighter because your lights are going to play a good role to actually make the bedroom or the living room or whichever room that you want much nicer. So the flooring should be the darkest, the wall should be a mix of dark and light colors, and the ceiling should be the lightest to get an overall nice monochrome and a very neutral color shade for your room. The second color concept is known as contrasting colors. Now this is very different from the neutral and the very monochromatic color concept that I spoke about. Now contrasting colors is quite simple. If you're familiar with the color wheel, the two extreme ends of those colors are the contrasting colors. So let's say your contrasting color could be blue and red. Now obviously when I'm going to give you such bold colors, you're going to be like, oh my god, that's too much. I do not want to use it. So of course you have to be smart about it when you're choosing these colors. But I mean to say is they complement each other and contrast each other at the same time. So for example, if you're using a blue, you can use a nice beige to contrast it. Or let's say if you want to use a grey, you can use a pink to contrast it. So what happens is you're balancing out the two colors where one is a bit more prominent and the other is a bit subtle. So putting the two together, they look really nice. Now, of course, when you're choosing the contrasting colors, make sure that the bolder color between the 2 or 3 or how many ever you're using is actually used minimal of it. And the ones which is slightly more subtler, you can use a lot more of it in your room because that's going to create the perfect balance. So, for example, if you have a bedroom, you can actually have neutral for all the things that are on eye level. Now, eye level is everything that you see at the length of at least height from the floor 5 feet, because anything that goes above it you don't see on a daily basis, and anything that goes below it also doesn't catches your eye very easily. So anything that is within the range of 2 feet to 6 feet, which is the perfect eye level, you should make the most least colored, or you would say at least lighter colored, unless you're specifically highlighting a specific area. So if you personally ask me, the perfect contrasting color combination for a room would be a blue and a beige. Now for the blue and beige, what I would do is I would actually have all the walls of whitish and beige color trends, and I would even have the furniture shades of beige, and maybe just add blue in terms of the bed sheets, the curtains, a few headboards, and just a few light and artifacts here and there. So overall the space looks really nice and it's completely contrasting each other and it's not overwhelming each other at the same time. So I really hope you consider both of these color concepts, the neutral, the monochrome, and of course the most opposite way of looking at it, the contrasting color combination. And there's a small little other one, 60-30-10 rule, which I'm going to be talking about in a very few videos coming soon. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And of course hit that notification bell if you have any questions regarding colors and any hints about what type of videos we should make about colors, then comment below because I'm so excited to hear about it.